What's up guys, it's Quack Attack back here with a brand new video. Today's video is going to be a Digimon deck profile on my WarGreymon X deck. So this is one of my favorite decks. I think it's tied with Beelzemon for my best deck that I have. But again, this deck is very fun. I think currently it is my favorite deck. And I'm very excited to do this video and talk about this deck with you guys. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. So for the eggs, I am running 4 of the BT5 Koromon. You could make the argument to run the what's it called? Oh my god, the BT14 Koromon. But I like the BT5 one because when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, you can draw 1. I think that extra draw is great. I love it. And yeah, this is the egg I run in the deck. Now let's go ahead and move on to the level 3s. And for level 3s, I am running 4 BT14 Agumon, 4 BT12 Agumon, and 4 Agu X from BT9. And move these up. So, yeah. So the BT14 Agumon, at the start of your main phase, if you have a Tamer with Taikamiya in its name, this Digimon can digivolve into a Greymon, in your hand without paying the cost. And it's inherited on your turn while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name. It gets plus 2,000 DP. The BT12 Agumon, on play, you reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add a Digimon card with Greymon or Omnimon in its name, and a Tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name to your hand, and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is your searcher for the deck. You always want to be playing this guy. Agu X also helps searches. It reveals top 3 of your deck, and adds a Greymon or Omnimon, and an X antibody. So you can play this guy, get the search, digivolve, or play this guy, and then get the search. So yeah, those are the level 3s. We'll go ahead and move on to the level 4s. So for the level 4s, I am running 4 starter deck 1 Greymon, 2 BT12 Greymon, 4 BT9 or 3 BT9 Greymon X, and 1 BT11 Greymon X. So, yeah, 4 of the starter deck Greymon. I think it's still one of the best Greymons out there. It's also just very simple. Get security +1 with inherited. It's really simple, but it's really good and very effective. The BT12 Greymon, when digivolving, if you don't have a tie in play, you can play a tie from your hand without paying the cost. The X Antibody Greymon, when a card with Greymon, or when this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, and an effect would either delete it or send it back to the hand or deck, you can trash 2 same level Digimon card or 2 same level cards from its Digivolution stack and prevent it from leaving. The BT11 Greymon X is the same effect, except you can, or the inherited is the same, except you can remove an X antibody underneath your deck, or place an X antibody from Digivolution cards underneath the bottom of your deck. Wow, and prevent it from leaving. But the Greymon X's main effect is on your turn when it would digivolve into a card with Greymon in its name. You can reduce the cost by 1 for each of that card's colors. So if you're digivolving it into, or if you're evolving it into Metal Greymon, if it's one of the 2 color ones, which is what I run in this deck, you can get it dropped by 2. So you're just digivolving for free, or for 1, I think. Yeah, 1. But yeah, still really good card. Sucks that it got limited, but makes sense. But yeah, now we'll go ahead and move on to the level 5s. For the level 5s, I am running 3 BT12 Metal Greymon, 2 of the promo Alterous modes, and 3 BT9 Metal Greymon X. So the BT12 Metal Greymon has Raid, and then all turns once per turn, when an attack target is switched, you can play a black or red tamer with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying the cost. And it's inherited on your turn while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name. It gains Piercing. The Alterous mode, its name is treated as Metal Greymon, and when Digivolving, if you have a Tamer in play, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less, and its inherited is the same as the BT9 Metal or Greymon X inherited, where if it's Greymon or Omnimon and it would be deleted or sent back to the deck or hand, you can trash 2 same level Digimon cards and prevent it from leaving play. And then the Metal Greymon X, when Digivolving, it gains security +1. Then, if this Digimon has Metal Greymon or X antibody and its Digivolution cards, it gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. So, yeah, really, really good. And we'll move on to the level 6s now. For the level 6s, I am running 3 BT12 WarGreymon and 2 BT9 WarGreymon X. BT12 WarGreymon, BT9 WarGreymon X. So the BT12 WarGreymon has Raid, and then when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP and Reboot. And then all turns once per turn, when an attack target is switched, you can unsuspend this Digimon. And the WarGreymon X, all turns when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, you gain a memory. And at the end of attack and once per turn, if WarGreymon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. So, I was thinking about doing a 3-3 split with these two, but I did find another card I wanted instead of the third WarGreymon X. But I'll show that in a second. And yeah, so yeah, WarGreymon X, another one of my favorite looking cards. I don't know, it's just something about it. It just looks so good. I love it. And the BT12 WarGreymon, you could run the BT14 WarGreymon. I feel like that would work just fine, but I prefer the BT12 WarGreymon. I think it's really good at what it does. I think it's good for the deck, and I personally like it a lot. So, yeah. All right. Then we'll move on to the level 7s. So for the level 7s, running 2 Blitz Omnimon and 1 Omnimon X. Now, one of these Omnimons, this is something you can cut down to 1 to add another WarGreymon X, but I like having 2 of the Blitz Omni. I don't know, I just prefer it, but you can definitely swap this out for any other card in the deck. But yeah. So the Blitz Omnimon, when Digivolving, it gains Blitz. And when Digivolving also, you can unsuspend this Digimon. And all turns, when an opponent's effect would delete this Digimon or return it to the hand or deck by trashing 1 level 6 card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you can prevent it from leaving play. So, really good card. Yeah, just really good in any red-blue deck. I really like it. So, yeah. Alright, and then the Omnimon X. When a Digimon with X antibody and its traits would Digivolve into this card, you can reduce the Digivolution cost by 1, or no, by 2. So you would be able to Digivolve it for 1. And then when Digivolving, you can return all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level to the bottom of their owner's decks in any order. And when Digivolving and when attacking, once per turn, by placing X antibody or a level 6 card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to the bottom of its owner's deck, you reveal all of your opponent's security cards and trash one of them, and place the rest back in your opponent's security stack face down in your opponent shuffles. So, really good. Omnimon X, you're able to look at your opponent's security stack, trash a card. So, yeah, I feel like it's really good. And yeah. All right, for the Tamers, I am running 4 BT12 Tai and 2 Yuya Kuga. The BT12 Tai was a card I was considering bumping down to 2 to run 2 of the BT14 Tai, but I don't know. I like this one a lot more. So, but yeah, so this Tai, at the start of your main phase and on play, one of your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name gets plus 10,000 DP and gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. And on your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a card with Greymon or Omnimon in its name, you can suspend this tamer and gain a memory. And then Yuya Kuga, at the start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, you set it to 3. And then on your turn, when one of your Digimon would evolve into a card with Greymon in its name, by suspending this tamer, that Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP, and until the end of your opponent's turn, until the end of your opponent's turn. And then if it digivolved into a same level Digimon, it isn't affected by your opponent's option cards and until the end of your opponent's turn. So it'll gain 2,000 DP, and if it's the same level, so if you X antibody digivolve, then it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects, so or option cards. But that's still pretty good. I like Yuya. I feel like Yuya is a very underrated card. And yeah, I don't know. I like it. So, yeah. All right, then we'll go ahead and move on to the options. For options, I am running 2 Hades Force, 2 Offense Training, and 2 X Antibody. So, Hades Force, if you were to use it and you have a Digimon with X antibody and its Digivolution cards in play, you can reduce the play cost by 2. And then you can choose any number of your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers whose combined play costs are less than or equal to the play cost of one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name. And then you can delete all of the chosen cards. Then one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name may attack a player. So you have a Greymon in play. You play this guy. You choose Tamers and Digimon whose total play cost equal the play cost of that card. Delete them, and then you can swing with your Greymon. I think that's pretty cool. I really like that. So yeah, run 2 of them. The offense training, you can run 3. I'm just deciding to run 2. I feel like 2 is good for this deck. Reveal top 2 cards of your deck, add a red card among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, and place it in their battle area, and then it's delay effect. You can trash it, and then one of your Digimon may digivolve into a red card in your hand for its Digivolution cost, and when it would digivolve by this effect, you can reduce it by 2. So, basically, playing 2, paying 2, playing this, searching, grabbing a card, digivolving it for free, basically. So, yeah. And then 2 X antibody. If you have a Digimon in play, you can use this card without paying the cost or the color requirement. Its security effect is that you can gain 1 memory and add this card to the hand, and then you can place this card under one of your Digimon without X antibody and Digivolution cards as a spawn Digivolution card. And then its inherited effect, All turns effects can't trash X antibody in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, and when attacking, this Digimon can Digivolve into an X antibody Digimon in your hand without paying the Digivolution cost. So, yeah. And that is it for the options. But again, this was my WarGreymon X deck. This is a deck I took a lot of time into making. I personally think it's my best deck, and I really enjoy it. It's very fun to play. It's very satisfying if you can build your stack all the way and get those effects to pop off. And it's just a really fun deck. And if you are looking for a good or decent red deck to get into, that's a pretty well deck or pretty decent deck, and you are a beginner, I do highly recommend this deck. It is a very good deck to begin with. It's very good for red. If you do like red, this gives you a good idea of how that color plays. Um, and yeah, that was it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.